everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited today because we are starting a new diet to see what foods are affecting me worse than others. We are going on the FODMAP diet. And basically you limit out a bunch of stuff and then slowly reintroduce foods to figure out what may be the issue. So today is day one. I have a lot of meals to prep. And my biggest issue is portioning, so I have a bunch of Tupperware that's going to portion them, new measuring cups to measure and portion. So we're going to make 3 to 4 meals together today. So some of the ingredients I have, I'll show you some more later. Chicken meatballs that I'm going to have with this quinoa and brown rice fusilli pasta. Chicken sausage that I'm making a sweet potato, bell pepper, and zucchini bowl with it. Ground turkey for lettuce wrapped tacos. And then I may do quinoa, broccoli, and beef later. I haven't decided if I want to cook all that today or save that later so it doesn't all go bad. And then for breakfast, I am having a rice cake with just raspberries on top. Delicious. To start us off, we're going to get the oven preheated to 325. And we're going to add some water to this pot for the pasta. I'm very excited for this. It's going to be challenging, but I do love a challenge, especially when it comes to making new foods. Luckily, the foods I wanted to try for this week were mostly all FODMAP. I just went to the store and was like, is this good? Is this good? Most of my food today is bought from Trader Joe's. All totaling with all the other snacks and stuff I got about $80, I believe. But I got a bunch of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff that I have for snacks and such not shown. Okay, to start us off, we are going to start chopping some things. I couldn't find my peeler, so we're going to save the sweet potato for later. We'll start with the zucchini. I've never actually made zucchini, so we'll see how this goes. Just going to cut off the ends because like all good things, you cut off the ends first. And then we're just going to, I think, I'm going to cube them. So we're just going to cut them this way, or maybe just half them. I think that'll be good. Something I'm really bad about is always keeping my knuckles like this so I don't cut off my fingers. But, you know, we want to do more with cooking, we got to get better. Just find little piles and cut them in half. I've done diets before, like I mostly eat a low carb. It's not a diet because I just don't really crave anything with carbs really, like the bad carbs. Like I don't crave a sandwich. I do crave sweets, however. I don't really crave pastas and all that yummy stuff either. So it's not that hard for me to diet. I mean, it's going to be a struggle, especially with this one because there's only so much you can eat that I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling really good about it. Love that I get to make new meals and I'm excited. A challenge is always great, and it's 2026 now, so might as well kick off the new year figuring out why I bloat so bad and what other issues, because I did have a hormone testing panel, and that all came back normal. So for the most part, there's nothing really wrong. But he might refer me to a GI specialist to see if there's anything at large that we're unaware of. I don't know why I always do that. I just know there's an issue because I've always bloated really fast. Like I wake up, I start off morning skinny, and then I bloat. Just drinking water, really. And like, oh man. And I know like if you're not taking enough water, you can bloat. But I drink so much water, I know that's not an issue. Like I am wild when it comes to drinking water. Like that is my drink of choice. If I had to choose one drink for the rest of my life, it'd be water. I also love foods that bring me new things to cook and try. So we're really doing this together. I'm starting a short form version of what I eat in a day while I'm on my FODMAP diet, just to keep me accountable, and if anyone else is interested in trying it, it will also show them too what they can eat. Or and obviously sometimes some things may be a little like iffy, but it won't be too far off. I'm doing a loose chop. It doesn't really matter because it's all going to be in one bowl. And when it's all mixed together, it won't be as bad either. So we're going to also prep these chicken meatballs. We're going to throw them in the oven. I think I'm just going to throw all of this in the oven besides the turkey. I'm very picky with chicken, and most of my meals this week are chicken, which is kind of wild for me. The serving size for this is 4 meatballs for 150 calories. So that is something I'm going to be very religious about, is making sure I'm portioning correctly and not just having extra because I think I want it or I'm too hungry. So once the oven's ready, we'll go ahead and throw these in. I'll set these aside for now. I just got back from a workout class, so I'm trying to make sure I eat. And that's actually really good. I used to make that all the time, but with peanut butter, the raspberries, and honey. But a lot of that's not good for me still. We'll throw the chicken meatballs in while we're still prepping. And these are going to go in for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the potato. These are always so hard to cut. I'm just going to chop off the ends. I'm going to leave these little ones as is, but I'm going to chop up the thicker slices. I'm going to move these little slices over here, and we're going to just make these bigger ones smaller. A little smaller than the zucchinis, I think, because sweet potatoes also take, you don't want as much sweet potatoes just because it is a little too much carb focused, but we want to make sure we're getting enough in each bite as well. And I have more of those veggies than I do the sweet potatoes, so it ends up balancing out better. I'm a little nervous for all this chicken stuff, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not seasoning any of this because some seasonings just aren't part of the diet, and I don't want to look it up right now. And honestly, with all these flavors, I think it's going to be good. We're going to try to mix this a little before we put it on the pan. I'm dropping stuff. I just want it to be, because I'm going to portion this as like one, so I'm going to do a scoop of this for the portion, and then same with the meat. I will actually portion correctly, differently, separately, whatever you want to say. But oh, look at all these little guys stuck together. That's not good. So we're going to just toss it on here onto our pan. Here's what we're looking like with it all mixed. That looks lovely. Decided I'm going to throw my hair back because it's getting a little too long. I am going to get a haircut to trim it up, but nothing big because I do my acting. I don't want to make any gigantic hair decisions because then I'll have to get more headshots, which I don't really want to do. Well, I do need more headshots, but you know, I don't want to continue it as my hair grows either. Okay, so one link. We're going to have to cut these perfectly because one link is one serving. So we're going to have to make sure there's even slices and remember the amount of slices. I did choose the sweet apple sausage. I was going to get the traditional mix, but then I realized that this one was most rated on TikTok as good. So I went with that. Okay, we have 10 cuts of sausage per one link. So that's what we'll remember when we're portioning later. Some of these cuts are bigger than others. Like, look at this one. That could have been 2, but that's okay. We'll just have to be really mindful of that one portioning. Okay, we have that all set. Now we just wait to put it in. I can probably get it started. Let me see if there's instructions. Oh, okay. Grill, pan, fry, or broil. Okay, we'll just put these in now because it says 7 to 9 minutes. There's 9 minutes left on the timer. And I'm just going to cook these till they're all soft. The turkey will go very fast, so I won't worry about that right now. I'm going to clean up a little bit and then I'll be back. Okay, the water is boiling, so we're going to go ahead and throw this in for about, I think it's a 7 to 10 minutes. Then we'll just stir occasionally. Okay, they don't look too bad actually. There we go. So since the serving size for the chicken meatballs is 4, I have 4 containers because there's only 4 servings. One of my glass straws just broke in my dishwasher, so I'm not happy about that. These actually look pretty good, not terrible. Oh, there's 2 left over. Don't know why they give you extra when it says the serving size is 4 and there's 4 servings. So let's try one. I've never tried these. Not bad. They're very juicy and tender, which from someone who doesn't really like chicken says a lot. And good flavor too. I'm going to cook the turkey real quick off camera because I'm literally just cooking ground turkey and it's nothing exciting. So I'll see you guys when that's finished or when something else finishes up. Okay, the turkey's cooking. We just finished the fusilli pasta and the chicken sausage, which I did try one. It's so good. I wish I would have gotten my reaction on camera, but I really wanted to see if they were done. But it's phenomenal. Like, I am blown away. So one of the cheeses you can have on this diet is brie. You can have any hard cheese. So let's give it a try. It's a hard cheese. Ran out of storage. Don't want to talk about it. On my card. I don't know, my cards have been having issues lately. We're going to do the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then a big one, don't forget, 10. Obviously one of them has less because I decided to eat one. But that's okay. We'll get out our new measuring cups. For grains and pasta, you only want a half a cup, nothing more. So, ow. Half a cup. Half a cup. Oh, I put them in the wrong one. Please hold. Okay, the veggies are still cooking away, so those aren't quite ready. Why is my turkey so mushy right now? I think this is why you're not supposed to cook multiple things at once, but my turkey's like mush. Okay, so most meat is 3 to 4 ounces, which is half a measuring cup to 3/4 ounces. And it says ground meat is closer to 1 cup. I think we're almost done here. So we're probably not going to cook the ground beef today. I'll cook that another day. This is good to start out because poultry will go bad faster. I decided to take out the veggies just because they'll cook more when I make them. Okay, so each container is going to get a cup of veggie. 1 cup. Okay, and then we're just going to sprinkle some in with the pasta and chicken meatballs. These won't be measured out just because it's not even a full cup here left. Just to give some flavor, additional flavors with the meatballs. Turn off the oven, that's important. It's all done and prepped for these meals. Looking good. The turkey is done. We're going to put it in smaller containers because we're just portioning out the turkey. And I'll use the lettuce wraps later. So we're gonna do 3/4 a cup per serving here. Have just random little small containers because we didn't have uniformed small ones because that's just how we roll. 3/4 cup. It's not a lot of meat, but actually we'll just stick with a half a cup because it's still like nothing. Put a little extra in each scoop because since 3/4 is the like this is probably like 1 taco per thing. And then this one. Give some to my dog. And then I think there might be 1 more half cup in here. There is, so I'll find 1 more container and we'll just throw that in. Okay, and that is it for our portioning. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.